Well,
13 minutes past 8. Now, former Top Gear star Richard Hammond. Well, he's ditched the burning rubber and the high-speed races for a new show which shows him battle to survive on a desert island.
the Great Escapists sees stranded petrolhead Richard team up with American star Tony Bellecci for a series of survival challenges. And Richard joins us now. Richard, I've heard of some ways of getting away from Jeremy Clarkson, but this is ridiculous.
It worked. It worked. We spent 7 weeks on the island in lockdown because there was nobody else there. And then we came home straight to lockdown. So I haven't seen anybody in ages.
What was it like to be stuck away like that in the middle of nowhere for 7 weeks? What was the experience like? Once you get over getting there, you know, a couple of days of fun, it's all quite intriguing, quite new. There must be a reality check after a couple of weeks of, my God, how much more of this?
Well, you know, the last year we've all weathered, it was like that, but with sand, basically. Can I be clear? Because you said about it's like survival test. This isn't one of those real, we haven't done anything brave or heroic.
Not Lord of the Flies.
No, well, actually, it's more that than it's not. We haven't done any real roughy tufty survival. It's a bit of fun.
What was the challenge for you? Why did you agree to do this?
Well, I wanted to do something in the pop science space because I love pop science shows where you've got some facts and some stuff to learn about, but it's fun. I did a thing called Brainiac 100 years ago, which kids still get shown in schools because it had a little bit of science in it. I wanted to do something in that space, and we wanted to find a way of dressing that up, a circumstance where I'd need to solve everyday problems with science. And being on a desert island, we thought would do it.
Well, Richard, normally we are talking to you because you've had some death-defying sort of brush with a fast car and crushed metal. But this time you had a brush with a shark.
Yeah, well, we did a scene. We built, to try and get off the island, we built a raft. We decided to power it with a steam engine that we took off the wreck of the boat that was shipwrecked. That was a good idea. We went out to sea in it. This is me and Tori Bellecci, our Mythbusters, if you've ever seen him. He's just brilliant. And the only way to power it was with this steam engine, burning wood. But we ran out of wood, so we had to burn the raft to power the raft.
Oh.
Which, yeah, that went wrong. So we jumped off, and then as we were swimming, somebody on the boat they were filming from pointed and said, "Oh no!" We all thought, "What are they having a laugh?"
I heard, just to jump in there, I heard it was a shocking creature the size of a school bus.
It was like a big
Was your
bus
first
like
thought Clarkson?
No, the first thought was shark. Tori shot off out the water like a missile leaving a submarine. I had time to look down and see this thing curve around and think that's that. And then somebody shouted, "Whale shark, they don't eat people." And I thought, well, yeah, but what if it hasn't got that message? What if this one, I'm only small, I could be like a piece of krill. I could have gone.
Richard, you've cheated death several times in your career, crashing cars all over the world. We're going through a really odd period, aren't we, in history right now in the last year, with so much death and misery and people, you know, having to recalibrate their lives. What did you learn from the times when you've really nearly died and lost your life? Did it recalibrate your values, your desires for the rest of your life?
Well, I don't want to make it all sound big and philosophical. I'm a telly presenter. What do I know? But yeah, it did make me look at stuff slightly differently in much the same way that I think a lot of us have done over the last year. Some things that have been apparently not important until we lose them or can't do them. Simple things, meeting friends. Do you remember last year? There was a point when we were all constantly phoning our friends and realizing we don't just pop round for a coffee and a chat often enough. I don't mean a big night out. I just mean meet up with somebody and have a chat. So yeah, I guess we've all been through the similar sort of shock over the last year. We've all realised there are certain simple things that we should not take for granted.
What will you do less of after all this? When we go back to normality, we will at some stage. When we do, what will you do less of consciously because of what you've been through in the last year? And what will you do more of that you wish you'd done more before?
Oh, well, it would have been if you'd asked me last year, I'd have said, "Oh, I'm not going to travel so much. I've had enough of that. I'm going to be at home more." But I've been at home a long time now, so I'll go back on the road. I've had 25 years living out of a suitcase, and I missed that. The suitcase has stayed under the bed. So probably I'd spend more time back at work, but appreciating being home again.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, we're all going to do that, aren't we?
And if you had 20 minutes to live, what car would you drive of all the cars in history?
If I had 20 minutes to live, am I going to be thinking about what to drive?
Yes, you're a petrol head. That's all you ever think about, you people.
Okay, is it?
Any car in history, What's
Lamborghini.
the car? If you knew you were about to lose your time on this planet, what car would you drive?
A Lamborghini Miura, because at about 160, it's from the 70s, first supercar, beautiful looking thing. They go light at the front and they can flip. So I'd just try and see if I can get a.
So you would do your level best to basically reduce the 20 minutes to about 8.
Yeah, I don't want to get ahead of it. I want to, you see it as
That's
a challenge.
a clever
wouldn't you?
idea.
I'm going to get there first.
There's a new series of Grand Tour coming, I presume?
There is. Well, there's another special coming up. We managed to get one day. It's difficult going anywhere because obviously it's about travel and that's been off the cards. But there is another one coming out later on this year. I don't know when.
It's good to talk to you. And The Great Escapists begins on 29th of January on Amazon Prime. It looks great. I mean, we all want a bit of escapism.
We all want to be on a desert
we might have
island.
lucked out. It is a bit of an escape. I hope people enjoy it. It's a bit of fun.
Richard, good to talk to you. All the best.
Let's talk to you.
Still ahead on Good Morning Britain, we are joined...